Backstreet's back. All right. How's it going, guys? My name is Andrew. If it isn't quite so aware, this is the yawning one over there is Professor Meatball. We got some amazing news from last night. Let me pin this stock. Let me pin this hot stock right there. Good afternoon from the East Coast. What's up, Woody? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. If we haven't had the pleasure of being acquainted, my name is Andrew. This is the FINRA report that was not reported and updated on time yesterday, and that comes with a hefty fine. Any hedge fund that does not come out with a timely report, as is requested by the SEC, gets slapped with a $200,000 fine right away. I guess that's peanuts when it comes to trying to suppress GME, as of which right now is up 23%. A whopping 23% at $62. That is something that, all intents and purposes, let's just say, the report that came back, very nice. It's very good for us. Yesterday, I just kept having you guys watch whether or not these two are going to change at all. It turns out it got updated right as the call was finished, the live stream. Thank you guys for all 2,000 of you watching last time. This time, we see that right away, GameStop, short interest, 78.46. AMC, 15.7. So the roles are reversed. The information that we got last night was that AMC was up at 66%. So this is a blow to the AMC holders, but AMC is up all the same. So we can talk directly about that. We can talk about GameStop, how 78.46% is going to be the new tattoo that everyone is going to have ingrained into their knuckles, as well as the fact that, hey, if you guys are just here, I really appreciate it if you drop this video a like, if you drop a comment down below, and if you are with me live, thank you. Make sure to live stream down here. Already a super. What's up, Dominix? Several institutions bought GME and AMC yesterday. Wonder why? Wonder why with a 78.46 count for the first time in a long time. I am actually ready to lower my average. If this goes to 69, I'm going to buy, maybe I'll buy like 42 shares. Who knows? That would be funny. I can't afford 420 shares as much as a YouTuber salary pays, but I really appreciate you guys staying in tune. We have a lot of news reports to cover, including some about Dogecoin. We have some news about Tilray, and we have some news about the amazing stocks that you guys picked last time on this live stream. How did Lukwong Technology go? How did Village Farms go? How did Jivo turn out? And now a couple of the blue chips as well, maybe Square and PayPal. So don't go anywhere. Watch until the end. Thank you guys for joining. Let me just read a couple of your comments, your live streams. What's up, Dominix? Anish says, good morning, GME to the moon. It's a good day. It's a good day to be an ape. I agree. Look, we have become vindicated. 78% float. That is humongous. That's way higher than we expected. This is big. This is huge. Meatball, do you see this? You get it. You get it. My man, good to see you. What's up, John P? Jose says, hold. Eternal Youth says, aye. Alejandro says, I was wondering when we would see this. I agree. It's about time. Deus Payne says, choo-choo. Hamza says, thoughts about HCMC and Sundial. Sundial is, let's get that baby on there. We have a couple of thoughts about good old Sundial, up 65% today. The market is in a bubble, so be careful with your money right now. But if you put some money into Sundial yesterday, you would have been happy. If you put some money into Tilray yesterday, you would have been happy, happy, happy. Scooters McDuder says, we love the meatball. Tyler says, love your analysis. Thank you. John P says, sub last night. Welcome. Good to see you. I'll look at HCMC in a second. But Vatshal Patel says, what's good, Andrew? Checking in on from Orlando. New sub here. Keep up the good work. So if you notice that we, on this live stream, we're not only picking winners, so everything on the left side is, starting from Microvision, is a stock that you guys told me to check out. So I'm going to add HCMC up there as well. So if you put, let's say you put $100 in each of these stocks, right? You would be up 20%, 60%, 37%, down less than 1%, up 15, up 9, down 7, down 5, down 5, and then up 9, down 3, down 4. I think that's a pretty good, I think that would be a pretty good portfolio for one day. So we are essentially aggregating the best hedge fund out there. Just kidding, of course. None of this is financial advice. Of course, if you wanted your financial news hot and heavy and ready to go, I suggest, hey, just like the rest of them, subscribe. Make sure that you understand that this is a live stream that is not only a place for apes that are looking for some hopium, some copium, but also now that we are actually on the upswing, this is time for you to bask in the sun. And that's why I have to put sunscreen even sitting on my desk. I have pretty tall windows. Jay Chillin says, yo, what's up, Jay Chillin? Rayeda draws Minecraft artist. Glad to see you on. Give us the details. Heck yeah, here it comes. Kane says, cheaper to take a fine, I guess. That's what it is. Anish says, what's the play? Are we holding? Hey, I might be buying. By the end of this live stream, I really might be buying because I have to tell you exactly why. A 78%, roughly a 80% short interest float rate is amazing. That is incredible. That is, imagine the Volkswagen squeeze. There's a lot of reasons why it's not the same, but that was only with a 10% short interest. So now we're working with 8 times that. Well, roughly yesterday, that's just double our expectations. So imagine if you had a thought, and then you doubled your expectations. Of course, a lot of institutions would buy, which would make sense. That's why Dominic's is giving us the good deeds on that. Buy the dip on SPRWF should be $1 in a month. SPRWF. Supreme Cannabis. Up 16%. See, these are all winners. How old is Meatball? He's 7. He's getting on in age. Sebastian says, I'm hungry. I want my tendies. Liddy says, why is AMC going up? That's a good question. They are not going up nearly as much as GME. So let's say that for a second, 15% compared to 20. That is still a healthy growth. The reason why is because you are still looking at a float percent above 10. So that is one of the only reasons why, right? It's not 66, but it certainly is higher than 10. It's 15.7. So if you are a little confused about what I'm talking about, then I'll break it down real simple. If the amount that you are shorting is starting to take up all of the stocks that exist in the world, for example, if you've overshorted GameStop in the beginning of our saga to above 100%, then you're going to have a really hard time fulfilling those shorts when you have to cover them. And then you have a lot less of supply to be able to choose from, especially if all of you apes decide to hold. So the nation of apes holds, then we essentially just grasp onto our pearls, don't let it go, and suddenly the price can start squeezing infinitely high. That's what we're looking at. So the squeeze the hedge funds dry. That's what Wilson Cox is saying. Meatball needs tendies. So true. Any super chat comes directly with some treats for Meatball. Pull the screen down a bit so we can see the stock names. The stock names are right here. So there's AMC and there's GameStop. Maybe it's because you can't see you can't see this. There we go. Hey, now we're working together. All right. Big J says, what up, my guy? I told chat to stay faithful. I put in a big around 130. We'll be doing more if I see support from my fellow apes. Heck yeah. Dominic says the peak was on the 28th. As of 129, the SI is 78%, and that is praise the Lord, hallelujah. Oh, we are going to the moon and back again. So one of the things that I wanted to hopefully not get demonetized for is I'm going to talk a little bit about the why this is just a beginning. This is a Reddit post. I really love the way that it's put. However, there's a couple of swear words on here, so I'm not going to say any of them. But listen up. For most of you, this is just the beginning, a guide for the GME gang newcomers, and a quick recap of the situation. For most of you, this is your first rodeo, so let me tell you how this whole thing works. Some of you might remember me when I told you to hop on the Tendy train at $9 when Microsoft deal happened, my DD about why GameStop is worth $138, or by my other posts that I've made here for months. As you've noticed, I love this stock. This is by user eblowsvav322. So this is for every beginner or perhaps someone who wants a quick rundown of exactly what's happening with the GameStop stock. People, don't turn away from me. People, we want to see your face. The sun is starting to get in his eyes. It's okay, buddy. So I held through negative 90 at the lowest to 10,000 plus at the highest, and I continue to hold. I'm down 300K from the ATH at this point, but I don't care because this whole thing is far from being over. Remember this. Now get these points through your thick head. This is a volatile stock. This is how it goes. It shoots up, GME gain rejoices, a bunch of retail investors buy at the top, and then it crashes down for a while. Care Bear, keep blathering about how the squeeze has been squoze, rinse and repeat. Every time it shoots up, it does more violently, the amplitude getting larger and larger. And every time it does, there is a number of people whining about not buying earlier. I wish I bought at $9 when it shot up to 13, then came down. I wish I bought at 11 when it shot to 20, 17 to 70, 40 to 150, 60 to 450, on and on it goes. Being in the GME gain was always about not caring about temporary swings because in the end, the price always sets a new ATH. I've seen this happen so many times since October that I just sit there and smile while history repeats itself and my portfolio swings 5 to 6 digits. GME was never a squeeze play, despite what a lot of you people think. Read any DD worth more than a month old and the whole company is massively undervalued. Read about Ryan Cohen, a person who made a dog food company worth $45 billion and who is a shark. Once he sets his mind to something, he will never back down. Thanks to him, we have a star team assembled at GameStop, formed of all these people, especially the new CTO coming from Amazon. I am a firm believer that Cohen will manage to grow GameStop at the very least the size of Chewy. Guess what GameStop has? $4 billion. That's 12x bagger, and I'm being very conservative here. So, making sure I'm reading your comments as well. We got Apfria popping off too. David AJ, what is going on with GameStop? Let me tell you. This is exactly what's going on. Apfria, let's talk about it. Whoa, oh yeah, 13%, that's reasonable. So don't let anybody tell you that the market is not a bubble right now. This is this kind of growth right here. If you got in and got out as of right now, you would be sitting pretty. But however, we're holding. JL says you should search 2 a.m. spaghetti in Wall Street bets. Very long read, but makes some good points. 2 a.m. spaghetti. I'm gonna remember this. Shopify was only through 30 ducks in 2015. Now it's almost 1,500. Go Diamond Hands. Let's see. Big J, last time we went from 60 to 90 to 200 and low buying opportunities faded quickly. AMC short interest is only 15%. What's going on with Nokia? What is going on with Nokia? Is Nokia okay? Nokia is not okay. Nokia does not have the same kind of, first of all, it doesn't have the same kind of interest. Not in the short interest kind, but just the popularity and as well as the interest. There it is. Hold the baby, says Chris Essen. Yes, sir, says Kane. Infinity likes says good finds, which is a good point. Yeah, we almost get 69 likes. You guys better start liking this video. Hold the line, says Just Saying Steve. Big late. So what's the news, says Fahad. The news is that we have reason to rejoice. Look at GME go. It is up because the short interest report that came back is very favorable, doubly favorable that we originally thought when the report was very late last night. That would be slapped with a $200,000 fine for any hedge fund that did not report on time. And I'm sure that they were very remiss to be able to put out this report that it favors the apes. Mike says, yo, everyone, take 2 seconds to smash that like button for Andrew. Dude has been putting in so much work to give us valuable information and awesome entertainment. Do it for Meatball. Do it for Meatball. Aw, thank you, Mike. That means a lot. Where's Moon Girl? I agree. Let's get her on the chat. Likes for the pupper. Tilray to the moon. I think so. Wouldn't it be funny? Because originally we were doing meme stocks for the sake of like nostalgia, but now this is for cannabis. This this is a completely different thought. You know what? It's time to read the Tilray report. Tilray soars 29% as Reddit message board sets sight on the cannabis sector. So, shares of Canadian cannabis company Tilray Inc. soared 29% Wednesday to extend their prior day gains as the same investor group that caused the shares of video game and retailer GameStop, as you guys, appears to now have their stock in their crosshairs. The investor group that exchanges messages on Wall Street Bets subgroup on Reddit were encouraging each other to make Tilray the next GameStop by creating a short squeeze in the stock as well as to buy Afria, with which it is merging. Let me see what the short interest is on Tilray. TLRY. Tilray is 20%. That's higher. That's higher than AMC. Huh, interesting. Let's see. Corey Bauer, Chief Investment Officer and Portfolio Manager at the Cannabis Growth Fund from Foothill Capital Management, said Tilray has one of the highest levels of short interest as a percentage of float among cannabis stocks. Makes it a perfect petri dish, perfect storm for a short squeeze. At the same time, Afria Inc. is now trading at a discount to the terms of the deal announced in December that would see the two companies merge and become the biggest cannabis company in the world by revenue. I'm running out of tea. Under the terms of that deal, Afria shareholders will receive 0.8 Tilray shares for each Afria share they own. Tilray shares were last quoted about $56, while Afria shares were quoted about $26. Let's look at them now. Tilray up 58. Okay, so this report's pretty accurate. Well, it jumped. So if you bought right before this this little mini jump happened, you would be pretty happy. Although right now it's a little bit more volatile. Let's see. AMC falling again. AMC is constantly falling. Well, it's at 15%. That's staying steady. I wouldn't consider that falling. 69th baby, 69th like baby, thank you. Deus Pain. NOK is boring AF, regret buying. Oh, knock knock. That was a fun meme. AP says, what percentage at for AMC? I'm seeing so many different numbers. According to FINRA, which is the source of truth that we're here to follow, AMC is at 15.7. 15.7. Let's just zoom in right there. Right, there it is. That's what it is for AMC. For GameStop, we got a nice chunky 78. So there's still no stock quite like GameStop. There's truly no stock quite like GameStop. We can say it over and over. How are you? Says Mohammed. Thank you for asking. I'm doing really well now that I have the opportunity to talk to you guys and continue providing information. Really appreciate having the opportunity to. How is Meatball? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have one as well. Ray Anthony Joaquin, been watching the past couple of days. Always thanks for these streams and these updates. We are here with you any day of the week. That's because you guys are here to listen. I really appreciate it. Scooter McDuder says, "Don't buy Tilray, buy Alpha instead." Well, that's the thing, right? This Afria shareholder. If you buy it, you essentially, once this deal is over, you'll be getting Tilray shares anyway. Tilray shares already enjoyed gains of over 60% yesterday after the news of agreement to grow pharma to import and distribute cannabis products for the UK medical market. And into the momentum, we're seeing major flows into investment products, and Tilray is one of the larger holdings across ETFs, says Bauer. The cannabis sector has been rallying since the election of President Joe Biden, who is expected to adopt a more pro-reform agenda than his predecessor. Already, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and two of his Democratic colleagues have pledged to make cannabis legislation a key part of the current Congress and have promised to release legislation in the near future. So there you go. If there's any sector that can be swayed this much in one direction, it's this. Let me just change the title of this video. What does everyone else like? Max is still live streaming. Let's see. New short report for AMC. Finally here. For AMC and GME. Okay, let's save that. Let's see if that does anything. Let's see. So we got a couple of more questions here. Olaf says, if you would have to bet on whether a short squeeze will happen, would you genuinely think a squeeze will happen? And if so, any estimates on how high? Just speculations for fun. Obviously, I'm holding. Appreciate that. I would imagine that a squeeze is much more likely when you have a much higher flow percent. So when for GME, its percentage of rising is much higher than the others. However, like the article said, the legislation for Tilray to clear the path for all of these cannabis companies, as well as the agreement for the merger, is all a perfect storm for the cannabis companies to start moving upwards. And also, it's just more of a meme stock. So if you care about that, it just feels better to earn your tendies from a cannabis company. Aaron says, yes, AFA, I doubled my invested Monday to today. Yeah, there you go, right? Put $100 in each of these stocks, and then you're suddenly golden. Not financial advice. Point to that sign. Tapeta says, anyone remember the markets November to February 2019 to 2020? Everyone was shouting bubble back then too, and yet here we are. That's true. That's true. It's you never really 100% sure where we're going. Someone's asking for cobalt. Cobalt, wow, up 10%. Okay. Not too crazy. So Sundial really is making the news. It's still going up even after I think it first peaked at early today at 10. So that was at 7 a.m. my time. And then it started to see another small rally up to 140. So that was around like 20 minutes ago. Matt Blair Comedy, there he is. What's up, man? He says, Curaleaf is biggest winner in my portfolio, more than Amazon and Sorrento. Really? Interesting. Interessante. Okay, up 2% today. Let's go out a little further. Oh yeah, solid up. Big ups. Let's see if he has some news on Curaleaf. Okay, Florida Freetail. Got it. I want to read a little bit more about Tilray, because that is some hot stuff right now. Is Tilray a sign of Reddit bump, legalization hopes? Yeah. The Reddit bump, honestly, is that Reddit army squeezes and hugs the entire world as of right now. The way to approach the position of GameStop right now is that the Reddit army is starting to find interest in it again, thanks to the report. Once again, I've been saying this, perception is everything, right? The idea that you are trying to be able to build the data king, math is king. Like when you have the perfect storm and people start to lose interest, that doesn't matter how many what the flow percent is if they keep pushing and using propaganda to fraudulently report the wrong percent. But now that we have we have some air under our wings once again, this is a really good situation. I'm gonna put new data in the title. Let's see if I change the title and that fixes it. Yo, what's going on with GME? Is the news out? What's happening? Risk will pay. We have almost double the flow percent that we originally thought we had. So there we go. Much better than we had. NAKD has had a better day today. Why don't I have it up here? Let's put it up there. Naked. These are all fun words. I can say the word cannabis now. I can say the word naked now. So it's been up 25%. Yeah, if you had a liquidity to blow, you would be really high up if you bought into any of these, especially Tilray. Jaskaran Kochar says they are manipulating the data. I feel AMC should be around 85% short interest ratio. That is another question entirely, right? Why would they allow an accurate reporting of GME to go through if AMC is the one that's being fraudulently reported? So this is something that is suspicious because the trends of GME and AMC right now are so similar. And as we speak, GME rose to the top and is starting to lose steam. That means we got to get more people on this stream. We got to get more people to talk about GME and keep the interest going. Because once again, like I say, perception is everything. Is HCMC just a pump and dump? Is it? It's up 20%. Whoa, that's a weird chart. Whoa. I don't know enough about. Let's read us something about HCMC. So, let's see. Healthier Choices secures 2.5 million financing for PPE initiative. Healthier Choices Management, HCMC, secured $2.5 million in debt financing in order to fund its recent PPE initiative, focusing on customers needing smaller lots and thus meeting numerous smaller orders. All types of businesses now need these products. Smaller health facilities need these products. Smaller businesses like restaurant chains and service industries need these products, and they cannot buy 1 million boxes of gloves or 1 million masks as is typically required, says the CEO. Okay, so this is some sort of PPE based company, Healthier Choices. Thank you for the super, Anthony. Sundials, is this the hot stock? Your ideas? Well, if the numbers mean anything to you, just kidding. If numbers don't lie, Sundial is really on the up and up right now. 60%. Let's read it. Let's read for that super. Every super comes with some food for Meatball. So here. Oh. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Getting those tendies for Meatball. Good boy. All right, so Sundial. Sundial, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago. Which one of these is better? Let's just read this one. Seeking Alpha. Sundial, ICC, MSTR, and CPST among midday movers. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Seeking Alpha. Okay, Biopath Cancer Genetics leads healthcare gainers. Neovasc, Panbella Therapeutics among major losers. Gainers. Wow, yeah. Oh, hold on. What is this? Biopath up 261%. Cancer Genetics. So actually, out of all of these, Sundial is actually not even one of the biggest winners. Interesting. Jimmy to the moon, Adam, bro. Let's go. Stop wishing and buy Doge. Would love to see what Doge looks like right now. Nobody wants to talk about GME. Everyone's pushing Doge. Okay, fine. Let's talk about Doge. Doge. Is it up? Yeah, it's up a tiny bit. I wanted to buy at 6.9 cents. I really did. Oh, it went up to almost 80 cents again. 8 cents. Yeah, I mean, I have a Doge, so it would make sense for me to want to push Doge. But have you seen what has happened to Bitcoin? Oh boy. Cancel that. So Bitcoin has really seen a tumble. I just got off the phone with a representative from BlockFi. So one of these days, when Bitcoin dips low enough, you all should start putting money into Bitcoin. Not financial advice, but that's what I would do. I would say that once Bitcoin pushes down just a little bit more, I'm going to just essentially start converting all of my money into Bitcoin. But right now I'm just a little too hesitant because of how volatile the market is. But let's look at some news. Thank you for the super. Jonathan Glover, thoughts on XSPA, poised for bigger jumps. Let's see it. Meatball, look, everyone's super chatting you. Thank you for the super. Meatball appreciates it too. All right, XSPA. Expressa. Whoa. Up 9%. Well, let's read some news on it. Macy's and Stitch Fix among the heavily shorted retail stocks spinning lower. Uh-oh. XSPA, what's the latest news from Express Spa Group today as shares fall? This is back in 128. There's not a lot of new news about XSPA. Sometimes when you want to see some cool when you want to see some cool visualizations, especially if you care about what the people are saying, we found something called Swaggy Stocks recently, which is a sentiment analysis tracker on Wall Street Bet's ticker sentiment. So this is just good data. I'm not affiliated with them, but as you can see, Tilray getting huge now, AFA getting huge, Sundial, and then GME with still almost almost a groundbreaking amount of negative comments on GME. AMC still the little brother, really not as popular, but Tilray and Sundial are getting huge. So let's look at Sundial. So this is something that you can start like essentially using this tool. You could see the blips of how popular something is about to be based on how much sentiment and how much it's mentioned in Wall Street Bets. So if you see Sundial, it got a huge amount of positive sentiment on February 4th. If you bought in here, if you essentially the grand scheme of it is look at this website. Look at when there's this like a little hump here. Buy here, wait 5 days, and look at that. Boom. Triple, double your money. Not financial advice, but that's just an easy way to use this tool if you wanted to use it. Tilray, also very similar. Look at that little bump right here on the February 4th. To the moon. A little harder to see, honestly. So let's see if we can do something for AFA. You see the little bump right here would have been the perfect spot to be able to buy. You could have also bought back here with a little bump as well. Let's look at something else. So we can look at like Palantir, for example. Oof, all over the place. BlackBerry. Yeah, all over the place. But you see that when they talked about it the most was when they was about to peak. So if you bought at this hump right before, you would have peaked. But then you shouldn't have held if you did hold. Let's look at Apple. Yeah, some of these blue chip stocks are not exactly going to follow this trend. But if you look at NEO, so when we're talking about NEO, look at this little rise right here, as well as here. If you saw these two rises bought here, you would be in great shape now. Okay, so something similar like a GSAT, right? Talked about a lot. If you bought right there back in the 22nd, you would have to wait a significant amount of time, but then, bam, all the way to the moon. Tip Newman says, what's the short percent at? Let's go back to that. It is at 15.7% for AMC and 78.46% for GME. Just to catch you up, this is very good relatively for GME. Not so good for AMC, although AMC seems to be continuing to rise along with GME today. If AMC interest is at 14%, why is the price went up? Because we were worried that it was actually lower, right? We were worried that it was lower than 10%, so therefore being higher than 10% is still a great thing. What's up, John? Don't snow me. You, King of the North, is here. Roaring Kitty tweeted an ominous photo? Really? Uh-oh. All right, let's go check it out. Roaring Kitty Twitter. Let's look at this ominous photo. This this is GTA, not GME. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, look at this. Let's look at this. GME bull thesis primary points. I like the stock. This is Max. What is this? This is Max Mayer. Well, this is. I'm starting to learn the personality, so pardon me if I don't exactly remember who this is. Oh, Matt Coles is live streaming. That's why I would be remiss to try and compete with him as he's live streaming right now. I really appreciate that you guys are checking this out, making sure that that you have already tipped the like button off, as well as making sure that you leave your subscribe at the door, leave your coat and jacket. Let's read a little bit more about Dogecoin. So Elon Musk's Dogecoin tweets are worrying and people will lose money, Bitcoin bulls say. Tesla CEO Elon Musk and other celebrities have posted multiple tweets backing Dogecoin lately, and some in the cryptocurrency world aren't impressed. Nick Carter, a venture capitalist known for his bullish stance on Bitcoin, thinks Musk's enthusiasm for the meme-inspired digital token is disconcerting, as well as it's mainly used for a vehicle for speculation. Unfortunately, a lot of retail punters are going to lose money on Dogecoin in the long term because there's really not much there in terms of interesting technologies. Carter, co-founder of Castle Island Ventures and data firm Coinmetrics, told CNBC's Street Signs Europe. This sounds like a lot of like industry people trying to push down this asset that honestly seems to be performing well, and they're trying to get back to their roots and make sure that they weren't wrong to begin with. The only thing it can really do is be zombified and stick around and be an empty shell for people's expectations and for their entertainment. Carter said Dogecoin was what introduced him to crypto in 2013, and that while it was entertaining and fun at the time, it's now sort of an empty husk. Well, shucks. So negative. Let's read some more comments. SNCA merger with LBS. What is your input, bro? What's up, Wolf Tux? Let us see. SNCA, Seneca, Biopharma. So we're looking. Wow, jeez, what a rally! Literally, we were just talking yesterday about how this is just a bubble, but if you can imagine. Oh, this really feels like the day before Black Monday right now, although it's not Monday. Look at all these sundial trades go. Choo, 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 there it goes. Look at all that green. Choo, 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 choo. Sundial is going to have a great day. And I think honestly it's going to have a better day than Tilray. Although Tilray did seem like an excellent squeeze potential going on there. 20% interest. EL says, hey, Andrew, not sure if you have answered this already, but how sure are you that 78% is the accurate number compared to all the discrepancies we saw yesterday? If we have any source of truth in the world, we have to rely on a couple of them, and the one that we could at the very least guarantee is that we have the FINRA report, which needs to be an impartial body collecting this information. Of course, they can still be manipulated and swung around the field by hedge funds reporting the wrong number, and they get a slap on the wrist fine. But for all intents and purposes, 80% is not a number they would want to lie about, right? If this number is anything close to that number, they don't want to lie about that at all. Because if it was closer to like 100%, let's say, then they would be in deep doo-doo and it would just blow up like that, right? Or if it was lower, then GME would also still, like AMC, continue to rise, because we were just this entire time we were still wondering whether or not the short interest is above 10%. Luckily, it is. So that's what it is. Just saying, Steve, 15%. What? Wedgie the Hedgie, I love that name, says, is there any significance to Bank of New York Mellon Corp 13F's share exchange for AMC going into effect 2/9 happened 3/14? Oh, it's pie time. I would need to see some sauce to do my own DD on that. Yo, homie, I'm back. What's up, scrap boy Dirk Dick? Oh, he's back. Love it. Yeah. Roaring Kitty is deep effing value. What's up, Andrew? Hey, what's up? What's up, yours truly? Vatshal Patel says, bought TRXC at 64 cents, at 0.64 cents a pop. We live. Ooh, shoot. Shoot. ADA to the moon. EXPR. You guys are just giving me too many excellent stock tips now. EXPR up 7%, ADA. Oh, this one's not quite it. Delete. Alejandro. Oh, Alejandro. I'll show you. I'll show your comment as well. Can't show that one. That one has the F word in it. One of no other. How is it possible for institutions to own more than available GameStop? 122% ownership. How are there shares for shorting and retail investors? It's not that they own them. It's that they owe them. Okay. So the point of owing more than stocks that then exist is actually pretty easy to think about. Let's assume that there's only one Baymax mug that exists in the entire world. Well, it belongs to me. However, if Meatball wants to borrow it, he could, right? He could borrow it, and he can promise me to give it back at any time. And in exchange for borrowing it, kind of like leasing a car or something, he can pay me money every day. And that's the interest that he owes on borrowing this stock here. But if Meatball decides to sell it immediately, and then buy it back, borrow it from the person he just sold it from, technically this mug still belongs to me. But now it's 200% shorted. You see, he has bought it. He has borrowed it from the person that he sold it to, and then he's going to sell it again. So now, essentially, without putting a single dollar in, he has made twice his money back already, right? And now he's just hoping, begging, pleading that the value of this mug goes down, right? That's how you can get over 100% shorted. The way that he can fulfill those shorts is that he needs to buy it back from whoever owns the mug at whatever price that person wants, because that person essentially controls the entire market if they decide to hold or sell. And then as soon as they buy it back from that person, they need to immediately return it to the first person, the last person that they gave it to, that they borrowed it from, and then they need to sell it again. They need to buy it again, give it back, buy it again, give it back recursively, and that's why a squeeze can happen with an overshorted stock. Any stock that is shorted over 10% is a very high number. Daniel Robinson says, I've seen some DD that suggests that percentage is wrong. There's no way they could have covered their short positions. I will say that this is the source of truth, and I'm gonna come out with a video that I recorded yesterday before this report came out, because I was expecting that there was gonna be some manipulation to even be a much lower number. But the DD that you read is probably the same one that I read, which is there's no way they covered all of their positions. It could be that they covered somewhere between 0 to 30% of their positions, right? But it's because of the way that the price fluctuates up and down, there's no way that they could have covered their positions, because if we saw them start to cover, we would have started to see a rise in the price. That's just what happens when you start covering your shorts. Maria Ramos says, between today and next days, what else can the hedge funds do to drive down the price of GME? That's a great question. I came out with an entire video of what tactics they can do, including some of them that are really helpful and some that are actually working right now, which is, hey, getting all these other stocks to show up on your radar and have you FOMO out of GME and into Sundial, for example, right? If you really wanted to capture on the 80% nuggies that it seems like Sundial is going all the way to the moon over right now, you might at the very most cash out of GME and then put all your money in Sundial, because it seems like a better investment right now. So that's the trick. Another trick they could do is, since they had a chance to deflate the numbers, didn't deflate the numbers nearly as much as we expected them to, they would have to start thinking about talking to the retail brokers and trying to get them to restrict buying again, right? Buying causes the price to go up. This is just supply and demand. Anthony says, AMC long-term hold will be 20 this summer while you are watching a movie. Yeah, if you want to support the AMC, if you hold with AMC and you want to support them, go watch a movie. I think some of the theaters are actually open already, but at the very least, they're opening up soon. Sally Robinson says, I just saw a tweet on Cayenne Invest that says why the numbers of SI are different in different places and talks about different between low free float and consensus float. Can you explain what this means? Low free float and consensus float, I do not have enough visibility on that. So I'm going to figure it out a little bit more, and maybe I'll make a whole video about that as well. Is this SI from free float shares or from all existing? Because 78% from 70 mil would give 170% SI for available float. This is a question. It's not 117% for sure. So I believe it's the former. How high can GME stocks go after seeing this report? It already saw upwards of a 25% boost earlier today, right? So if you rode that train all the way to the top, and maybe some paper handlers really were like, oh, this is my chance, and then they all got out at $60. Well, all I can say is you could have got out to 69, right? At the very least, you could have, and you didn't. Very sad. I have an options call that expires this week. I need AMC to push AMC. Come on. How many times can one share of stock be shorted? Legally, not more than a couple of times. Legally, I don't think not even more than like 1 or 2 times. But who knows, right? The illegal practices shown on SEC, including like synthetic longs and phantom shares, are all illegal, and yet they still get to be done. So technically, it can be done. A short can be shorted 1 million, billion, 100 million, infinity times, right? Technically, because as long as the first person that you borrowed it from doesn't want it back, or you don't have a contract with them that needs to be fulfilled, you could continue to short it over and over and over. What college and hold on, Plasma Doku, what college and degree did you graduate from to become a data scientist? I graduated from the University of Chicago, which was a Stockholm Syndrome situation for me. I had a bachelor's and then a master's in computational analysis. Daniel Robinson, Dookie Dimez went pretty in-depth talking about short interest percentage on GME that is worth watching. Sure. I always love watching another YouTuber, Dookie Dimez. Okay, I'm subscribed. I think this is the right Dookie Dimez. Maybe I need to change my title of the video to something closer to Matt's title, because I'm not sure how long he's gonna be live streaming for, and I would really like to have the algorithm send his viewers my way. Wouldn't that be cool? Increase the size of this chat, guys. Let's go. If you haven't quite yet and you're listening, I really appreciate a like on this video. I appreciate you guys subscribe. I appreciate clicking this link right above here for a WeBull. I'm not going to be shilling WeBull forever. I'm going to be shilling BlockFi soon. It's going to be awesome. Elon hyping us away from GME. That's really true. One of the ways that Elon has done the GME train a big disservice is by showing that that BitTorrent was a hotter commodity at the time, right? And so at the very beginning of this week, by which I mean 2 days ago, Bitcoin rose a whole 20%, now back down 10%. So something definitely happened. And let's actually talk about why Bitcoin started to dip. Let's see which of these is about dipping. Dip. Oh, here we go. Bitcoin to hit $60,000 soon despite price dip. An ongoing bull run in the Bitcoin market might extend until the price hits 60 grand, asserts an independent analyst. A pseudonymous entity tweeted, let's look at this tweet. This is Wednesday, so that was today. As long as we are above 42, then this should be the next leg of the uptrend. Lose that are, and we can consider it a deviation in which pain ensues. The spot to watch, in my opinion, hold, and we see 60 to 64 soon. Pintashi. I'll follow Pintashi. The statement appeared in the wake of Bitcoin's latest intraday correction ahead of the New York opening bell Wednesday. The benchmark cryptocurrency slipped by more than 1.5%, extending its decline from the previous session's recording high of 48,200. At its lowest on Wednesday, Bitcoin was trading at 44,600. And so one of the things about WeBull is that you could, oh look, it's 4600 right now. The thing about WeBull is that you could trade Bitcoin here, but it doesn't belong to you. So which is why I would recommend holding your money like I am until I get that BlockFi link out tomorrow, and then you guys can actually earn interest on your Bitcoin. Wouldn't that be cool? Nice dog, bro, says awesome. Thank you, man. Elon should take over some GME retail stores for Tesla stores. Wouldn't that be fun? Rachel says, am I familiar with the NOPE equation? Nope. I would love to learn it, though. The NOPE equation. So Pro HD, what do you think AMC will close with? That is some speculation. Well, it was up 15%, now down to only 10% up from the beginning of today. Obviously, not as attractive as this crazy dancing 70% sundial number. So I can only imagine that it's probably going to close somewhere around 10% up. But of course, that's not financial advice. It's just my opinion. Going to end up putting more into AMC. Yeah, if you like movies, for sure. If you grew up with AMC, I always thought that the popcorn was too expensive. But in my opinion, AMC is still pretty. The flow percent is actually still pretty shorted. So, not a bad bet. Chicago, says Alex Quinlan. Have you been to the pizza and oven grinder? What is that? I grew up in Chicago, and I'm not sure what that is. Do you mean do you mean Illuminati's? Max Lou says, is wrong to want the share price to go lower so I can buy more? Yes, that is very wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You can want anything. We're not going to judge you. Buy AMC, people, at 5. That's cheap, so you can go on dates. True. AMC is currently cheaper than an AMC ticket, so there you go. Let's see, one of no other. Sorry, I wasn't referring to shorting. I meant like how institutions, insiders like Fidelity, BlackRock, Vanguard, Cohen, etc. can own over 122% of GME. How's that possible, and any left for others? Can you send me some source about that? I'm not sure. How can hedge funds be forced to cover their positions? Can't they let it sit for a couple of years and they pay early interest of 5% or lower? Yes, they could, which is what's happening right now. Unless they had a specific fail to deliver contract that was in the talks of a 13-day kind of due date, they technically don't need to cover the shorts if their contract specifically says so. Now the tricky part about this is that if it ends up that they don't cover their shorts, you see that they are bleeding out. Originally, it was billions of dollars of interest a day, and now it's only about a couple of millions. But imagine if you were bleeding out $1 million of interest, right? You can't just wait for GME to go down, because the thing about you having a long position and the difference of how that translates to a hedge fund having a short position is that the short position costs money constantly. It's like buying on margin, right? The long position, you don't have to spend $1 if you don't sell, right? You haven't seen any of the loss because it's all unrealized loss. So that's the difference. Picante says, I sold Sundial at $1. I'm so sorry, man. Why did you sell? Just kidding. No FOMO here. It's all good vibes. Alejandro says, that reminds me. WeBull sold my friend's GME shares and locked him out of his account. That sounds terrible. I've never heard of that happening yet, but that sounds really bad. Robinhood did something similar to me, so that's why we don't like Robinhood anymore. So someone put $1 million call in AMC to hit $20 on this 12th of February. Do you think the data supports this call? You're looking for 100%, 200. You're looking for a 200% rally on AMC with a 15% float. I'll just say those numbers again, and then you decide. If you think that GME with a 80% float is still struggling to rise above 25% rally today, should say something. Yours truly says, Big Brother Elon tweeted Doge but bought Bitcoin. Yeah, I think he just forgot which crypto he bought. Locke says, just got in stream. What did he say about GME? Do you think it'll work out again? Yeah, let's go back to that GME for beginners thing. I am a firm believer that Cohen. So this is just why this is just the beginning. A guide for GME gang newcomers and a quick recap of the situation. So hold on. Where was I? Oh yeah, here. So Cohen. I am a firm believer that Cohen will manage to grow GameStop at the very least to the size of Chewy. Guess what GME has? $4 billion. That's 12 times bagger, and I'm being very conservative here. It's not about the squeezing the hedge funds. It's about the company establishing its true share price with wild swings along the way, thanks to the Care Bears, let's say. The true price for me is conservatively the size of Chewy, which translates to $650. Now, I know I said 138 in my previous DD a few months ago, but it was all before the recent news of Ryan Cohen taking over with his all-star team. So MOAS was a cherry on top and still is on the table, not the main play. Also, GameStop had a $6 billion in revenue in 2019. Tesla had $24 billion. Think about that for a moment. Well, that's because Tesla can't make any money. Short interest is still through the roof. I know you're used to 100% plus SI and the new 41%. It's 81, right? It's 80% right now. 78 number does not quite get you off, but it's still abysmal. Volkswagen OSTK happened on less than 20%. Also keep in mind that this number is for 129, literally the top of when a lot of shorts covered. It does not account for all the shorting that happened on the way down to 50, which I guarantee you was massive. Just wait and see the next report with increased SI. The shorts never learn. It's just so fun to short, you know? It's unfortunately a fact of life. Too long didn't read. GameStop is still undervalued. Conservative PT is 650. Ambitious 1200, assuming Ryan Cohen's success, which I don't doubt for a single moment. Short squeeze will last a lot longer. Short squeeze will last a long time, similar to Tesla squeeze, with wild swings along the way. Old shorts will cover, new ones will pile in because blockbuster narrative is still strong. This is still a risky gamble. Don't forget, it's Wall Street bets, not Wall Street safe investments. No such thing as a short bet, but the risk reward is massively skewed to the upside. If you have short dated calls, you might be screwed. Might not be. If you have shares or leaps, just get away from screens for a while if it's unbearable for you, but ultimately you will be loaded. This is one of the situations when in a year or two the price is 3,000 plus and you post your cost basis of $70 and all the paper-handed port noise in the comments scream, "Wow, he held. Grats." So that's the thing, right? You are imagining that GameStop actually supposedly is worth a valuation of higher than what it is, and with half of the other world screaming at you that it's not worth nearly as much. So that is why always remember to do your own research. Popped over from Matt. What's up, Tainted Daisy? Subscribed and like. Also, you have a gorgeous dog. Thank you. Meatball. I'll give you some treats just for someone saying that. Meatball. Come here. Okay, you stay there. Alright, 15 hours ago, naked shorting in GME and how the pieces will suddenly fit together. Alright, let me zoom in. Ooh. Okay, so this is actually a really important discussion that I'm not sure if a lot of us have had yet. Let's see. Locke says, just got on the screen. What did he say about GME? Do you think it'll work out again? I just answered that question. Over 90% utilization for AMC. 2 a.m. Spaghetti talks about failure to delivers have already happened. Ooh, I should look at that. We're looking at Jamie's small squeeze right now. Elon has never been about being with the people. He's a capitalist through and through. To think he makes decision for helping you is naive. Yeah, well, he definitely didn't help us this week. We need GME CEO to come out and say something good. Yeah, please, speak intelligently. A lot of apes are wondering if you have a mouth. Snowtrooper says, how is AMC shorts 13%? Math doesn't add up. I tried watching a video again. Mind explaining one more time? The fact is, if synthetic longs are being counted, so what a synthetic long is for example, you have a bad history with your pizza delivery company, right? You are delivering a lot of pizzas with a ton of rats on them, and you want to lower the rate of how often you give a pizza with a rat on them. So in order to do that, you're gonna have to you could do this. You could give pizza to your family, or you can give pizza to yourself. If you order pizza and then deliver it to yourself, you're increasing the rate of non-rats on your pizzas, right? Therefore, you're creating artificial inflation or deflation, in our case, of a measurement that would tell a customer, for example, us, whether or not your pizzas are full of rats or not, right? And right now, what we're wondering is how much of these shorts have actually been covered. So the case is, if AMC is not truly 13%, it's actually 15%. If AMC is not 15%, it's because they have inflated both the denominator and the numerator with a lot of these synthetic longs. And 78% is huge. That's big. Dollar sign huge. Ticker sign huge. Max Lou says, like, when was the last time any major financial news article talked about the previous Nintendo of America on the board? Why am I not hearing this? That dog, though. Oh, look at him. He cute. Stop putting rats on pizza. Ugh, gross. I just got here. Are we good? Bad? No, we're good. We're mostly good. If you've seen GME today, it went all the way up to 62. That was a rally of roughly 100. Actually, it only went up to like 60-ish. But that was a rally of roughly 25%. And we are we are going back down the escalator. But the information, the report information is good. Goose Juice Gaming. I miss the old days when everyone got behind one main stock. Now there are too many stocks that people are trying to push. It become a major distraction to which stocks to buy. That FOMO strategy is what the institutions are hoping will work to confuse people and make sure that they can continue to run the game and do whatever they want to make themselves money. So, too long didn't read. Naked shorting appears prevalent in GME, and if true, was likely aided by DTCC, whom, by extension, may have shut down the short squeeze on 128 because it could have caused a massive scandal had the squeeze happened. And we were really, really close. I know Ape can't read, but I implore you to read the whole thing. Originally wasn't going to add a TLDR, but I decided to add it just so more people will read even just a little bit. I was doing some research on naked shorting in the context of GME, which led me down a rabbit hole of pieces connecting with each other as it relates to GME. I was taking notes while reading, and below are my results of my notes. This is still a hypothesis and theory, but appears supported by numerous pieces of the puzzle. I could be wrong, but personally the pieces seem clear to me now. One of the interesting things about GME, and a big part of what triggered the short squeeze happening, is the extraordinarily large short interest percentage reported by FINRA to be 226%, and later in the range of 150% of total float. Another interesting factor is the extraordinary high number of FTIDs. You can go to wherearetheshares.com. Both are strong indicators that the practice of naked short selling, which in general is illegal. In addition, there have been many indications that there are far more shares out there than should exist. There are many analyses and data points pointing to this, but just one example. Let's look at this one example. Oh yeah, this is the classic example. 177% of float. Why is the squeeze not squoze? So, this is a really good link. Let me post this link in the chat, and while I'm here, I would recommend you checking out some of the links down in the description and checking out the big hot flaming subscribe button. Would appreciate that a ton from you guys, as well as hitting that like button. I'm just hoping that Matt Kors can stop live streaming so that I can steal his 8,000 watchers right now. It's all in good fun. I love Matt. So let's see. Holding AMC. So Icon says, I think you need to make a video about visual representation with crayons and lots of colors, explain the whole shorting thing. Okay, sure. I would love to. I like crayons. Crayons for apes. Warla holding AMC and GME, but wondering where is the moon? As in thousands of per share? 2,000? 5,000? If we break hedge funds back, what happens next? Care to explain to a drink noob. I love your vocabulary. I'm not even sure if I understood half of it, but essentially the top of the short, that hurt my jaw, the top of the short squeeze is theoretically infinite, right? If enough of us hold the prisoner's dilemma of everyone doesn't snitch on each other, which by snitching in this case would be paper handing, selling your shares, then the shorts that need to be covered don't have any supply to support them, so then the price has to keep going up, right? Imagine a city where everyone sells the exact same thing, right? Everyone sells ice cream. Well, then whoever walks into that city can say whatever price they want because everyone sells ice cream, right? Hey, I want ice cream for $1. Everyone comes with their ice cream. Oh yeah, everyone sells ice cream, so we have to agree. However, imagine if nobody sold ice cream, right? Imagine if everyone who had ice cream wouldn't sell it to you. You go into that town and you say a number, no one wants to sell it to you. You're going to have to say a higher and higher number. Eventually, there might be some prisoners in this prisoner's dilemma that paper hand, right? And say, I'll take $1,000, but then that's just one sale. I can keep going up higher and higher. So that's the thing. This is a bet, but the bet is that once it squeezes, it could go to infinite. They say you're the best. They say you're the best. Where is the 78% coming from? It's MarketWatch is not a source of truth compared to FINRA. So FINRA is the source of truth here with 78%. This is just the truth here, right? MarketWatch is a proxy of the truth. This is the real truth. Email so I can send no equation to you. If any of you want one-on-one coaching from me or any other business inquiries, go ahead and send emails to dataleaptech@gmail.com. I have that in the description down below as well, and that's where you can send me that equation. Also, if you want to talk to me directly, go ahead and join the Ape Nation, the Moon Gang with a Discord link down below. It's called Free Discord in the description below. Check it out. I think you won't be disappointed. It's a good place to talk to some good people. And it's an easy way to talk to me directly as well. Raziel 7 Fallen says, even if they covered some shorts, is this going to affect the moon numbers we can potentially hit? Ultimately, it's kind of like if you imagine the short squeeze, my analogy is kind of like a global pandemic, right? And the amount of shorts that are being covered is like herd immunity. If they cover enough shorts, then the herd immunity becomes too strong for the pandemic to take over. But if enough of these shorts stay uncovered, which as of right now, 80% short interest rate, that means that we have a really good chance to spread the squeeze all the way up. Can I play that guitar? I will hold that guitar for just a second, but I need to go all the way over there to grab it. I didn't prepare any water today. Oh boy, look at this. Oh yeah. So now that it's closer, you probably noticed that it doesn't have any strings. It's a prop guitar. It's just a piece of wood, but it is based off of the Gene Simmons Battle Axe guitar. Very cool, good for LARPing. I'm not much of a LARPer or a cosplayer, but I do like this Hamilton playbill right here, signed by the entire San Francisco cast. Oof, love it. Hani Ofan says, why do you think different company reported different short interest on GME and AMC? It's because there is a very difficult chain of command when it comes to sources of truth, when it comes to regulations. That's the real answer. FINRA held off on reporting it because it could be, all conjecture here, that some hedge funds decided to take the L and take a $200,000 fine and report their short interest reports later, right? So there you go. That's one of the other things. The reason why the reason why different reporting places could have gotten a different number is because they might have taken it from a Bloomberg terminal, such as the one that Bruce Wayne read from yesterday. So that's another thing there. Barry Jam says, hold on. Mario says, can you explain to everyone to set up their setting not to allow lending of shares, or if not possible to set up limit price very high, not end of the day? Lending of shares just makes them short more, right? So I don't think that's that big of an issue. If they borrow your share, they're going to have to give it back. So ultimately, you're going to be the one who gets most of the benefits of the squeeze. Barry Jam says, if the FCP says, did I read the short interest rate yet? Yes, I have. It's 15.7% for AMC and then 78.46% for GME. Barry Jam says, hold on a second. I'm trying to read Barry Jam's comment. Barry, where did you go? Barry, you can comment it again. Why is AMC going down? Let's see. Let's see how far it's going down. It went down a little bit. It could be that this was just a rally for the sake of it coming out with really good news, and now people are starting to back off of it as well again. Mainly because the FOMO here. Check it out. Check out this 80% up from Sundial. Like it's almost impossible to resist trying to get in on the action here. Of course, once again, you remember the train has already left the station. Sometimes if you try to get in on here and it's already over here, it's not like it's going to, like, I don't want to say this, but like the chance for it to squeeze even further now that retail investors are jumping on board, just like GME, is getting lower and lower. There you go. Dang, here late, so I'm gonna go back an hour in the past and still Ape Nation. Thank you, Sage. Let's see. Deus Payne says Spoiler Guitar has no strings. Crazy Craving says Tilray and Alfria joined. Get in. They watch one red, not the other one with the play button. Does that mean hit that subscribe button? Because I think so. Alpha up 13%, but Tilray up 40% now. Okay, it's getting higher and higher. It's getting juicier and juicier. Shares short outstanding plus synthetic shares times 100 is the percentage. With the new formula, shares short outstanding is much higher percentage and not how they calculate it anymore. Yeah, it's kind of like changing the goalpost, but what can you do? Ethan Reno says, is AMC a lost cause? Ethan says, hey, any possibility of an AMC squeeze? I don't think it's a lost cause. I think a lot of people are still rallying against it. As of right now, its rally is higher than GME. Although earlier today it didn't rally as high as GME. GME went up all the way up to 25% earlier, right during this live stream, actually, like a second before this live stream started. And now we caught the top of that peak, and then we're coming back. Scooter Reduder says, as a data scientist, can you tell me the damage potential of the Sentinel versus the Great Weapon Master feat? The Sentinel feat can only do an extra attack if someone moves 5 feet within your reach. So therefore, that's however much extra attack you are. If you're a Barbarian Raging, you would have 2 plus 2d6 or 1d8, 2012, honestly. So that's 6.5 plus 5, 11.5 plus 2 rage, 13.5 damage. Great Weapon Master can do a whole 10 extra damage per hit. So if you have a multi-attack, it's way better. So it's Great Weapon Master every time. But thank you for asking the question. Chris says, thanks for answering my question. You're welcome, Chris. Neutered10mm says, would love to know your browser financial bookmarks. Throw the apes some nanners. Well, one of my bookmarks is I love to look at Dogecoin. I also love to look at Swaggy Stocks. So this is just a ticker sentiment tool that allows you to look at Wall Street bets, and you don't even have to scrum through all of the comments. It will aggregate all of the mentions for you. And like I mentioned earlier this stream, you could use it to see when there are going to be big tendies in the future. For example, let's look at Sundial again. Sundial had this very brief blip on February 4th. If you invested right here at $1.15, you would be up 200%. So, math? I think so. That's can you imagine 3xing your money in just a week's worth of time? Like this tool could make you a lot of money, although use it with caution, because this is not financial advice. But I'm going to leave that Swaggy Stock link right down here if you guys wanted to see it, as well as push you guys to use the live chat pinned link on WeBull. Go ahead and get your free stocks. Honestly, this is the time. You want to get in. The market is going cray-cray right now, and the chances of you getting up to a $1,600 stock is higher than ever. So I would really recommend clicking that link. I would also recommend clicking down into the Patreon down below. A couple of you joined yesterday. I really appreciate that, as well as understanding that there is a whole other part of the internet where I am. So I would really recommend you coming out to Instagram or TikTok. I am Andrew Mo Money everywhere. So go to Instagram and follow me. Actually, let me see how many Instagram followers did I get from yesterday. 31. Not bad. Oh, Matt Blair Comedy. I'll follow you. But yeah, head on over to Instagram.com and follow me, Andrew Mo Money. Trying to get to 1,000 followers. Why do I have not a lot of followers? Anyway, back to it. Matt is still going. Matt is still live. Cool guy. Let's see. Neutered 10mm says, oh yeah, I answered that question. Brandon says, it's a good time to set a sell limit really high. Does that hurt the squeeze? It does hurt the squeeze because that is essentially like telling everyone your paper-handed mark. But although it does give the more information out into the world, so it could be good for your own personal investment, right? So that's what I think. I'm not going to set one because it would hurt the squeeze. Chantel Dahan says, what are your thoughts about possibly averaging down? I have 100 AMC for $8, 15 GME for $240. Love how easygoing you are and how natural you seem to go with the flow. Thank you, Chantel. That means a lot. I am strongly considering lowering my GME average, which is a whopping 258. But as of right now, I'm not 100% sure if the market is very volatile right now. Like 70% up, like 24% up, 44% up. Like, proceed with caution, whatever you do right now. Do not end up trampled underneath a lot of people trying to get to one place right now, because it's dangerous. You don't want to be trampled. Matt Core is, I wonder how I can try and time his live streams, because maybe I just have to start watching his live streams. Because he does have a lot of really good stuff there. Oh, what's up, Neutered? Thank you so much for the super chat. That means that Meatball gets a treat. Meatball. Getting like so much more breakfast than he normally gets. He's so confused. Yay. Yay. Okay. Chill with us. Yes, we got a super, so now we get to chill. Matt is a real dork. Don't do it. Matt is a real dork. Why do you say that, Joshua? I can't believe they're censoring you for saying the word dork. That's interesting. Alejandro says, I'm in love with this channel. Thank you, man. At the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Javier says, data science question. I'm getting an MS in computational statistics. Would a PhD in bioengineering help getting a career as a data scientist? No. It would not. A PhD with no extra, a PhD is an opportunity cost, right? Let's talk about it from an economics point of view. A PhD allows you to be qualified for certain jobs that require you to have managerial experience. Unfortunately, as a PhD, what kind of managerial experience do you have, right? Then you're just qualified for master's jobs anyway, but you already have the master's. So that's the thing. If you don't have either graduate degree, a PhD might be a good choice. However, if you already have a master's, don't. Especially since bioengineering doesn't really help you get into tech, which is where all the money is. If you imagine going to bioengineering, you're probably going to get like a starting salary of like 150, but with a master's salary, you can easily, within 2 years of experience, get like a $500,000 role, depending on how much managerial experience you have, right? At the end of the day, if you want to be able to read white papers and understand research from a PhD level, that is entirely on you. But in terms of getting a career as a data scientist, not very helpful for the amount of time it takes. 4 years, you know? Why are AMC and GME graphs the same, says Type Shots? That's a good question. Why are they the same? Very suspicious. A little too suspicious, I think. Damien says, CEI, what do you think? Let me think about it. Camber Energy, 17%. Wow, look at all this green. I'm going to delete Nokia because it's depressing me. Oh, this delicious green. Whoa, this lingerie company didn't go up. Like, this is the channel where we talk about all of the opportunities you could have. Look at all these stocks that we have on the left corner right here, right? These are just solid, good investments in a very, very volatile market right now. So be careful, because the last thing you want to be is burnt. Um, as much as you think Matt is a dork, I'm actually live streaming him right now, but it seems like he's just talking. Small head in the bottom of the screen. He is a real dork. You talk really fast. I don't know why that was helpful review. I do. Should I slow down? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a comment in one of the videos, especially if you can't leave a comment here. I would recommend leaving a comment somewhere else. Doesn't really matter. Chantal says, "Thank you. It's really amazing how much you're interacting with everyone. I'm learning so much with everyone picking your brain." This is community-based, community first for this Moon game. I need to make sure. I love Moon game, but I want to make sure that's not Matt's. I want to make sure that's not Matt's name for his fan base. Let's see. What does it say on Discord? He doesn't have a Discord out here. Moon Gang. What does Matt call his fan base? Hold on, we're going back to the stocks in just a second. I need to do this research because I want to be able to name this this fan base already. Moon. Oh yeah, he calls it Moon Gang. Okay, can't do it. Let's see. What are your thoughts about NSPR? Would love to know. Oh wait, why didn't the short report get released? Joe, it did get released. It's this one. So for Joe, the AMC short interest is 15.7, and then the GameStop is at 78.46. This got released like maybe an hour after my last live stream last night. Oh boy. Is Vibe looking good to me? Let me check. Oh, DB says can't stand Matt's voice. Okay, it's the lower register that we need to work with. Matt Core quit his job, so he's streaming a lot more now. I wonder what his job was before. Seems like he did quit his job. I mean, if YouTube is making you a success, it might be a good reason to quit your job. Let's see. I have another option to make money back aside from averaging down is scalping. For example, if you bought GME at $47 yesterday and sold at $59 today, you would have made money. This is not investment advice. That's true. That's called paper handing for someone else. For NSPR, am I in GME or AMC? I am in GME. Rodrigo says, greetings from Mexico. What's up? I started following a couple of days ago. Great content. I love the explanations. Give your thoughts about CTRM. Thank you. Welcome. My roommate and best friend is from Mexico. Joshua, why are all of your comments being blocked? Here, I'm gonna show yours. Moongain is Matt's Discord name. Yeah, we got Space Apes, we got Gorilla Gang. No, that's wrong. Ape by the numbers. Ooh, I like that. New to this channel, but so far your attitude and demeanor are very calming, very different from the other channels. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the game. I like Space Apes, and Galaxy Gals is pending. Space Apes, and I think Galaxy Gals is pending. Space Apes and Galaxy Gals. Honestly, I think that's really good. Is that a thing yet? Space Apes and Galaxy Gals? Should I? It's very binary though. Might not be very inclusive. Should I average down? My average payment is 108. Buy like 40 other shares. Thanks. Hodor. I'm strongly considering averaging down. My average is 258. So there we go. Can we be called the Meatballers, please? Oh man, if you really want it, I'll think about it. Andrew Mo, you're looking at the wrong data. FINRA is wrong. I heard it's 81% from Vortex Terminal. Show me the sauce. I don't think FINRA could be more wrong than anything. Hold on a second. Thoughts on Nugs? Is Nugs an actual? Is that an actual ticker? Oh, it is. It's down. Am I bullish on GME? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm still holding. Rain says I have 100 shares, just bought 50 shares to reach down to 8.9. Do you think this is any good? It's better than my position, that's for sure. Why is Bitcoin like pink right now? Am I crazy? What is all this pink? Oh, it's because maybe they changed the color for crypto. Hi Meatball, says Leo. What's up? Mike says from now on we are called the Meatballers. Hold on. I'm still deciding between Space Apes and Galaxy Gals. I need to remember who said that though. Who said which one of you claim the copyright? Broski, what do you think about Vibe? Don't bite the green apple, diamond hands. Oh, I think. Oh, so that was Chantal. Chantal, so far I really like Space Apes and Galaxy Gals. Galaxy Gorillas. Meatballers are good too. Meatballers, you hear that? I like you. Because it has the word ballers in it. I think that's why it's good. FINRA is self-reported data, so the fine is only 2 million. You honestly don't think they reported honest data? I don't think they reported honest data, but the number that they reported could have been a lot more dishonest. So that's the thing. Do you think the short will happen soon? I believe you mean short squeeze, and with this given data, it could be a sign, but we still need a little bit more stimulus in order to be able to actually go moonside. Oh look, we dropped all the way back down to the beginning of this morning. Really hope nobody bought at the top of GameStop. Let's see. Vive. Andrew, what app or platform would you use to view your stocks? Gabriel, I use WeBull. I use WeBull and click the link that is pinned above the live chat to get 2 free stocks. Go get your 2 free stocks. Go. Joshua, I can't believe all of your messages are being held for review, but I will check out your Twitter message in a second. Meatballers is far superiors. Chantal says, can't take credit. It came from the Matt channel you were referencing. Oh, that's what. So we can't use those. Well, Meatballers is currently available, so if you guys like it. Let's see. Nightcow says, somehow I can't open a WeBull in UK. That's no fun. Darn it. So we're not the Mike Hawkers? Oh, that's a good callback. Why not just look at Vive? Okay, fine. Let's look at Vive. Vive Medical. Yikes. What is the story on Vive right now? Let's look at some news. From 1 day ago, board of directors, expansion of IP portfolio with issuance of South Korean patient. Okay, let's look at this. Vive Medical. Vive, or maybe it's Vive, announces expansion of IP portfolio with issuance of South Korean patent. A medical technology company focused on women's intimate health today announced that Korean Intellectual Property Office recently issued Korean patent number blank titled, the awarded patent further expands and strengthens Vive's intellectual property portfolio in one of Asia's largest commercial markets. Okay. It's certainly not performing well today when every other major meme stock is rallying. Let's see what the short interest rate is on this. Looking on the left side, 6%. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a stock that is on the same level in terms of its squeeziness. Scooter McDuder says, I feel like Meatballers is a better brand, short and sweet, just like Meatball. Yes, I like that. Elon is wolf in sheep clothing. Sneak McGee. You guys are funny names. That's a funny name. Sneak McGee says, everyone has a different style. Honestly, I'm a numbers guy, and I prefer this stream for that reason. Trey has a tech analysis I also enjoy, while Matt provides insight on the current popular trend. I like that. I like that a lot. It's like everyone has a certain thing that we all have a certain niche in the field. That's what I felt like when I was in the data science field. There's so many data science YouTubers, as it turns out, and everyone has a specific brand. Lucas says, is it a good idea to spend a school year programming a trading bot as a school project? Yes. People love trading bots. It would be hot. It might not perform very well. So if that's something that matters to you, consider that. Time series analyses are very hot. So that's why you would want to be able to put that in your resume. Apollo Apes and Galactic Guardians. Whoa, that's cool. That's nifty. Please look at NSPR. Hopefully it blows back up like it years ago, steadily going up. Okay. First, let's look at the interest rate. 6.9%. Okay, so that's not really up there. Oh, okay. Small rally, baby rally. Yeah, see, if you bought here, you would have been really sad. And then you would have been the normal amount of sad. So I guess it just went up to the price it was before. The Mo Moons. The Mo Moons. That's fun. That's fun. Wait, who said that? Mo Moons. The Momos. The Momos? I am lol. Invader Squad says, how much longer are you going to stream for? I'm probably going to be streaming for another... I was trying to outlive Matt so that his stream goes to me. Honestly, from now on, I'm just going to start streaming like a few, like an hour after he starts streaming. So I feel like that's a really good spot. Oh, we're really close to 6,200 subs. This is great. Matt, are you live still? Maddie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Maddie? I think he is still live. Oh my god, he's got 10,000 people watching. Cool. Cool guy. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Won't hedge funds... Hold on. Whoa, one sec, Joshua. Joshua, hold on a second. Why is everyone going after Elon? It's because he's rich, I guess. We don't like that. Steven... Please look at NSPR. Oh yeah, we already saw that. Casper says, I'm negative 77% on GME and negative 60% on AMC. Holding until at least I'm even. We'll have gray hairs before that. I'm 33. Yes, you will. You certainly will. I'm right in the same boat. I think I'm worse on GME than you. So there you go. The Mo Money Apes. Yes, Matt. I like that. What are my thoughts on INO? Let's look at INO. Inovia. It seems like everyone kind of rallied around the beginning of March, and then it kind of drops down. Not a lot of thoughts. Let's look at global hepatitis viruses, diagnostic tests, market analysis by size. Hepatitis. Ooh boy. Also, Steven says, you are one of the better live streamers for this stuff. It makes it easier to understand. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Trying to distill the complex into simple steps. Let's see. Ooh, I got a Canadian super. Nimbus says, meatballers, thanks for streaming, broski. Well, you guys like it. Maybe meatballers now. I'm gonna have to go back and change every single description. And then say join the meatballers. Here you go, buddy. That's a soup. That's for the super chat. Good boy, meatball. Good boy. He's getting so much extra food. Are you in GME yourself? Yes, I am. I was at 10 grand in 258. So that's 40 shares roughly. Won't hedges just short ladder attack until we turn to paper? Losing 30 billion versus paying millions each day is super long term. How can we even be hopeful for anything short term? It's a gamble because they can automatically lose a lot of money by covering these shorts while GameStop is still in the double digits, or they could lose out on a lot more. Can you imagine the size of the cojones on the guy who kept shorting even as GameStop went up to like 400? Anyway, the point is that the calculated risk that they need to make needs to be passed by all the people whose money belongs to them, right? So therefore, right now they were taking regular calculated risks, and that's the thing. Ken says, "Let's blow up Andrew's channel. His value is too good. I just liked and subscribed. Let's blow him up." I like how YouTube thinks that is like a bomb threat, but no, we're not talking about bombs. We're talking about the YouTube algorithm. Go ahead and click all the links down there. Make sure to watch a playlist of all my old stuff too. My data science stuff was, in my opinion, a little bit more formulaic, probably a little drier, but honestly, you guys might like it. It's good. Cameron says, I sold all but 2 of my shares. I'm over. Sorry, guys, but even after the February 9 reports, we still got F'd. We got a small rally today. We're still holding on tight, I think. I'm not too concerned. Let's see. It's funny how you and Matt are talking about coding bots at the same time. Oh, really? I'm not even listening to him. Maybe I should. Matt, what are you talking about right now? Matt? APIs for Python. Oh, yeah. Trading bots for Python. That's interesting. I wouldn't put too much stock in trading bots right now, because if you can imagine, most bots are just designed to just take very calculated risk. And as of right now, there's a very risky market right now. So I don't think any bots is going to be performing better than you. That's why monkeys throwing darts is actually one of the better ways to go about it. Matt's got just past 75 grand. Good for him. Let's see. Neo? Let's see. Whoa. Joshua says, there's 2 screenshots of Vortex info, but I guess the real AMC in short interest isn't important. Moballers? VGAC? Hold on. VGAC? VGAC? Uh-oh. Will privacy issues curtail 23andMe's growth? Seems like it does. Seems like it will. This has been tumbling for a while. I'm not 100% sure about this stock. Are people talking about it? Jay Sparks says, it's Marvin says, don't compare yourself with Matt. Just be who you are, and you will be climbing on your own. People will like you for who you are. Just describe. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Someone just asked me about Sundial. Of course, I can't give you financial information. Really appreciate the respect, bro. I can't give you advice on what to buy or what not to buy, but I will say that Sundial is probably at its peak as of right now in terms of this rally. So you can imagine you're going to come up against some resistance in just a second. And the idea behind these rallies and resistances is that you are going to get to a price where people who want to paper hand because they are too afraid that the stock might plummet soon sell. And if enough of them do that, it drops the price back down. And then in a completely free economy, free market, you would be able to see that these two things mainly counterbalance each other. That's the main case here. Cameron says, I couldn't hold any longer. Drake says, I bought at the top like moron. GME 61. Lol. True. Let's see. My monthly statement at Robinhood shows margin for all my stocks. Margin is turned off. Is this bad? Yeah, likely. Robinhood once again is running out of favor for the main crowd. So there you go. AMC. I have my life savings in GME down 75% now. Is it worth selling? Yikes! Once again, be careful when you have these meme stocks sweep you up on the other retail investors getting you all hyped up, and now you're the one left holding the bag. I'm here to tell you that I'm holding, but I don't have my life savings in it. There you go. It's not a financial advice. It's just how the world is currently. Let's see. The NXE, not financial advice. Do you believe that the renewable sector, it's looking good in my opinion? Yeah, with the Biden administration, there is a lot of really good changes for certain sectors. NXE, next gen. Ooh, that little dip doesn't feel too good. I wonder if the stock ticker people are talking about it. NXE, no. Kind of wish there was more information about stocks that haven't blown up recently. Kanta says, I like your style and how positive you are about GME. I'm holding. That's my style. I'm a positive Patrick. Let's see. It's not a loss until you sell, says Dave's Payne. There you go. Casper says VGAC is doing a merger right now in 3 months with 23andMe. I think it will be good. I bought into it now due to it dipping after the merger. I think it'll be 2 to 5x. Ooh, that's a good tip, actually. I'm gonna keep an eye on VGAC. VGAC. Yeah, let's oh, here. This is the merger information. 23andMe is going public via a merger with Richard Branson's Blank Check Company. SPACs or blank check companies raise money in an initial public offering and then have 2 years to acquire a business or businesses. They have become a popular vehicle for IPOs during the pandemic, raising a record of $82 billion of proceeds in 2020, according to data provider Dealogic. Once the deal has closed, the company will change its ticker symbol to ME and trade on the New York Stock Exchange. 23andMe co-founder Anne Branson, an early investor, are investing $25 million into the company and will be joined by institutional investors, including funds managed by Fidelity Management and Research Company LLC, Altimeter Capital, Kasdan Capital, and Foresight Capital. Well, I think that is actually a really... So Sundial, VGAC, these are stocks to watch. Not telling you to buy, but this is certainly something to be interesting. I'm only 21, so I don't have much of a life saving. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Good. Sounds good to me. If you sell AMC, the hedge fund will hold. It will go up eventually. Be patient. That is theoretically the plan. Thank you, all 600 of you that are watching. I really appreciate all the growth that you guys have supported in the past, especially watching this in the midday. I'm going to try to live stream maybe later today, but I'm definitely going to come out with a video that I made before the reports came out. I really hope that you guys watched that. Hope you guys already have subscribed, and I really appreciate all of the positivity. Make sure to remember that this is just my opinion, not financial advice, but do be careful in doing your own due diligence from time to time and making sure, once again, that you smash that like button, click a couple of the links down below, get your free stocks on WeBull in the pinned comment in the live chat, and for now, but not for forever, I'll see you guys next time.